Hey guys, so I'm sure by the title of this video, you know what this is about. I'm going to be debunking and addressing some of the things in his video and then giving you guys my testimony, the truth from start to finish. So let's get straight into it.
What's going on today, my people? It's a different kind of video today because, I don't like being serious. I don't like making these type of videos. But when people are actively trying to lie and slander you, then we got to get techie. So let's break it down. What's happened? What's going on? Right. In September of last year, me and Kusha were in some sort of situation, relationship type. I like to call it a teamy relationship because was not real, as she likes to say. Right. That relationship was basically her using me for money, using me for things, trying to, get as much out of me as she could. This is retrospectively, but looking back, that's definitely what it was.
Right, so number one, it was never a relationship. It was simply a talking stage, which I had stated had started from the 15th of October, ended end of November. As for the using you for money, you willingly put your card on my Apple Pay and sent me your bank details. So no one is using you. If you don't want people to use your money, don't put your phone on their card. Don't put your card on their phone.
That relationship ended a couple of days after my birthday. And the situation was, it ended. We had the pen game photo shoot, and then we had a pen game battle. So on the pen game photo shoot, so the day after we stopped speaking, right? She's then gone and left with another member of the pen game cast, right? Gone home with them. I won't say who, but that's what happened, right?
I don't drive, so if someone offers me a lift, I'm going to take it. Dandana's given me a lift, IB Rose has given me a lift, Scams has given me a lift to my house. May I add, I have never gone to another member of Pen Game's house after an event, or period, actually. But let's carry on.
The day after that, I come to pen game. I've brought a girl with me, and I've told everyone that's my girlfriend, right? Because no one can outgame Kandi. Kandi knows where it is. No one's gonna be, you've taken bare money off me, da 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 da, and really and truly, you're just a bop now. Like I can see it now.
Conveniently, now that you don't like me, you can see it.
But anyway, that situation then culminated where we fell out. Then we said we'd be civil, right? And civil to me means something different to her, clearly, because I mean civil means you say hi, you say bye, you don't really communicate with each other in any capacity, right? So I came to an event. I said hi to everyone, one. I said hi to Kusha. She made a big deal out of not saying hi to me. Made a big deal. Everyone was like, "What? What's going on?" So I was like, "Why are you bugging?" Type of thing. Like, what's going on?
Don't lie. So what actually happened was we had agreed to be civil, and the last conversation we had was where I expressed, I don't like you, but given the fact that we're on the same platform, yes, I can be civil. That's it. Now he's come to the event and he's like waving at me, and I'm looking around because I'm thinking, there's no way you're trying to talk to me. Prior to this, you had called contestants on the platform. You're now bringing outside issues into our workspace, into our work environment to badmouth me and attempt to defame my character. You brought it into the group chat, and then you expressed that you did all of this because I was ignoring you and you felt this was the only way to get my attention.
But again, you just don't think of me as a person. Like, you don't think of me as someone with feelings or something, because otherwise you'd be able to understand situations. But you don't. Like, and it's mad to me. Like I don't know. I don't know why you. And I kept trying. It wasn't like I did it once or twice. I kept trying. I called you like nearly 10, 15 times, and you just didn't listen. You just didn't care. Like, it was like, raw, okay, say less.
Okay, so you decided, actually, now I'm gonna start talking shit about Keisha since she doesn't want to be my friend. Like, I told you what it was. Like I keep saying. Given that, I decided that I no longer wanted to be your friend or have any sort of contact with you. And you came to the event trying to be buddy buddy, ignored you. Then what happened is you passed me at some point when I was talking to people and you said, you don't want to talk to me, watch. I ignore you. I said to someone like, did you hear that? They said, yeah, brush it. I later go outside and a content creator comes to me and he says, "Hey, have you heard what Kandi said about you?" I said, "No, what do you mean?" You went outside and proceeded to ask a group of men, both on the platform and off, if they would fuck me. Would you fuck Keisha? Would you fuck Keisha? Have you fucked her? Have you fucked her? I fucked her. You wish.
Cause he was before, man, bro, and he was just saying, "Bruv, you might be fucked." Cause he thinks, obviously, he's saying that's when he showed, man, like, right, him and Keisha been kind of doing the thing, and I was confused, like, what? Keisha, bro? No, wait, like, swear down. He's saying, yeah, but obviously, he's like, we've been talking for like 6 months, bro, but he's like, she's just airing me now, bro, like, she just ghosted me, like, now I'm thinking, like, she just done it to get ammo on him for a battle guy. I'm saying, no. So I said, what, did you hit? He said, no. I said, bro, there's no way, bro. You're a madman. You've made that, what you saying? I've been bringing her on my mum and that, bro. I'm saying, no.
Yeah, bro.
I just said, bro, Keisha done that. She's a bad man. I said, bro, I rate her. And like, she flipped the whole narrative.
It's dark. Because obviously, Mama's been going on stage saying he hitting everything. Behind closed doors, he knows he did it. It's crazy.
Yeah, you got to make yourself look away, innit, man? Whatever's believable to his fans as well. You see his fans are toxic, bro.
Them men are zombies. Them men are fucking...
Bro, but that's England. He's got England behind him, bro. Like, you see him passive.
That's the EDM members, bro.
They blow.
I then came outside and went directly to you, and I stood on this little, I don't even know what you call it, but I'm sure it's hell, so I had to stand on something. And I said, "Kandi, stop lying on my name." This is how the conversation went. Verbatim. He proceeds to look at me and he goes, "No, I'm going to carry on." And then turns and carries on having the conversation with his friend. So I then start having a go at him and I'm telling him, like, leave me alone. I don't have to talk to you. Keep bothering me. And he's like towering over me and shouting in my face. So people from Pen Game ended up breaking it up. Management was just stood in a line watching. And what happened was eventually it all ended because Afshan came to me, someone on the Pen Game team, and said, "Hey, fans are recording, like, let's leave it, we'll sort it out," sort of thing. I leave. I get home now, and I'm looking at my messages, and you texted me during that event. Bear in mind, I wasn't on my phone that whole event. During the event, you had messaged me, "If you don't talk to me, I'm going to do something crazy." I look at my other phone, you messaged me, "You're playing a dangerous game." So because I don't want to talk to you, you're now, what, trying to threaten me for not talking to you? Get a grip. So what happened after was someone from Pen Game had called me. They said, "Listen, just to let you know, yesterday people did have your back." They told me that what happened was when I left, people started having a go at him. The men on the platform had a go at him and told him you can't speak to her like that, that he needs to pattern up, etc., etc. Now, when the men were talking to him, they asked him, like, "What's your issue?" sort of thing. And he said, "Oh, she was rude." And when they asked him, "How was she rude?" you expressed to them, "Oh, because she didn't want to talk to me." They then told you she doesn't have to talk to you and to leave me alone. You then went, oh, but she's a bop." And they asked you, not they asked you, they then told you, "Well, you haven't hit, so whatever, who cares?" Furthermore, you had a lot of vim for me, and you seem to have a lot of vim for women. But when IB Rose called you a bitch and called you out on your behavior, you said nothing, amongst the other men. Carrying on.
Right. That then culminated into another issue, right? She wanted to, do things and act like a bop and was annoyed when people were calling it out, i.e. me, right? So after that, right, what happened is she's then decided to go on live and all of these places since May and saying I abuse women, right? Saying I beat up girls, all of this lies, right? Now, let me address the first comment, right? This whole thing about me beating up girls, beating up women, right? I was in a fight in a nightclub, right? I was being attacked. I was fighting one guy and they had a big group of them, right? And I was getting attacked. This girl comes in, spits in my face and punches me, right? I push her, right? Very clearly, you can see on the video, I push her and she falls, right? That's me beating up a girl, right?
Like I said, I'm only going to keep this part here very short. I'll address a lot later. But Kandi, if all you did was push her, then please show us the video. If all you did was push her, please show us the video yourself, if that's all you did.
Anyway, we continue, right? So she's been talking of calling me abusive, all of these things, lies, right?
And let me clarify as well, I was not talking about him today. He kept talking about me to the point where management then got involved and said that if anything was said, to let them know. So a lot of my conversations with them have been me sending screen recordings that have been sent to me, or calls with them, or because you've said something in the group chat, or you've said something on live, or because you've said something to another contestant. I have not gone out of my way to speak about you and defame your character, and anything and everything I have said and I'm saying about you is true.
So let's just firstly click on, see what she has to say. Right, I've left Pen Games due to events taking place on Pen Games and kicked off Ginger J to protect black women. He left Kandi on the platform while defending his actions are harmful to women of colour and women in general. When it came to my white counterparts, we faced the same issue on a smaller scale. The issues resolved by Pen Game instantly kicking people who caused these issues. Right, this is not true, innit? Like, they've tried to protect, like, they've gone over and above by kicking off Ginger J, who's so, you know what I mean. From Kandi alone, over the course of 8 months, I faced discrimination, threats, defamation of character, harassment, and physical danger. When? When did that happen? Right? Because all of her screenshots, so we'll get to this, but all of her screenshots she posted were not, there was nothing of me calling her bear, there was nothing of me, like, all of this time, like, it was just, like, relationship type arguments out of context. And then she's saying, look at this, look at this.
Again, I will address this after we've done his video, but they were not relationship type arguments. None of it was. So let's not try and push that narrative. And once again, this was never a relationship. I'm aware that you're a certain level of delusional to the point where that's what you've been telling people, and maybe that's what you've convinced yourself of. But nevertheless,
We'll get to it. We'll go through the screenshots individually as we address hers. So we've got our screenshots as we're going. We'll put ours on the screen on the right, and you'll see it. Right. Swipe for page 2. Let's see.
And they all took it personally. Do you how do you have to, like, you took it personal?
Me talking about how the fact that they all got upset, right, in the Ginger J situation. I saw that they all got upset, right, because he said he didn't wanna. He said he didn't wanna. What's it called? He said he didn't wanna fuck them, right? And they were like, "Oh yeah, that's like for me. I don't feel like that Ginger J situation was as big of a deal as they made it out to be. I will say he shouldn't have attacked the black girls based on their character, right? Like about what makes them black, right? But other than that, I don't think, like, they were definitely being very rude, very disrespectful. It was not this kind of, oh, he was being rude to them and they were doing nothing wrong. Like, that was all chucked up in the air.
I love how he didn't play the whole video. Why is that? Don't worry though, I will.
And this and that and this and that. It's like, that's insane. Like, do you know how entitled you've got to be to do that? Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting. Really, it's really disgusting. The hair thing. You know what, yeah? You know what, yeah? With the hair thing. Look, I'm on his side. Yeah? I'm on his side. So let's not bring up the hair thing, innit? No, because also that girl's, but look, the hair piece on that girl was dusty. Because you know what? When it panned back to her being interviewed again, you know what I mean? When she was being interviewed, I was like, bro, is that the same thing? You know, the thing with the curly hair, and now she's in some dirty wig. Oh my god, the dirty wig with like the wrong tints on the sunglasses. Mad. Inside, mad.
And this was the response to the inappropriate comments he made. Hi.
Management have wished Kandi's harmful behaviour towards most recently. I spoke recently of TikTok. Alright, okay. Sorry. Management have witnessed Kandi's harmful behaviour in person. Despite choosing not to intervene, other artists on the platform called him behaviour to me. As of recently, I spoke to the first time. You did this to me for the first time! Recently! You've been doing this since May! There's evidence you've been doing this since May!
Where's the evidence?
Hey, I spoke recently for the first time. What? Like, when's recently, blood? Throughout these months, they tried to minimise the station and hold Kandi accountable. The voice notes play. So them trying to minimise the situation was, they didn't give me a battle for 6 months, right? They were constantly on my case. I couldn't say anything about her, right? on any social media platform, right? That was me, and she was allowed to talk about me as much as she wanted.
That's just a lie, though.
Right? So this is what she's talking about, right? But we're gonna go for it. I joined paying right. I joined paying game rap to have showcase talent and other women to put themselves out there. All you've put out there, Kusha, is your fanny. All you've put out there. You've had a go on me. You've tried to have a go on JC. You've had a go on Scams. You had a go on Karma. You tried to have a go on Shy Blue. This is all in like.
Right. JC, you sent me a picture of you topless in bed, and I let you know that from that you gave me the ick. Prior to that, we had met at an event. You didn't speak to me because you thought Ambi was my boyfriend. When you found out he wasn't, you expressed that you had interest and didn't go far. Because like I said, I got the ick. Not long after I removed you, until this day you sit in my subs. Equally, yeah, you're just weird. Just weird, to be honest. And the fact that you've got a kid, which I wasn't aware of, and a baby on the way, yeah, you're here meddling in business that has nothing to do with you is a bit weird to me. Scams, that's my friend. Who else did he say? One dress, we'll address her later. Karma, I mean, you guys have seen the video. That's the only person I have dated.
4 or 5, bro, you're a sket. Like, give it a rest. So right, now we've gone through that, let's go through the story, right? Now let's go through the story, right? So this is in December, right? So we've already stopped talking, right? Don't call me that, I hate you, tasty, yes, like, right. So she's saying she hates me, right? But we were on a 4-minute video call the day before, right? So make that make sense firstly, right? You still have me unblocked on everything. You don't have me blocked on TikTok, don't have me blocked on Instagram. Why? If I'm harassing you, why don't you have me blocked on?
So, first of all, I never claimed to have you blocked on anything. You did.
Because she's blocked on all of my social media, and she still finds a way of being able to talk about me all the time, you know. It's actually quite funny.
The pen game rap battles. Shouts out our sponsors, Rude Boy. Everybody make someone.
And furthermore, let's clarify. I stated the harassment had been going on for 8 months. If we do the maths, when I posted that, and we factor in 8 months, the harassment started in March, which I had stated. So prior to this, I expressed there was a concern because of the fact that you kept overstepping boundaries when I expressed that we were friends and you claimed to understand we were friends, so far to the point where I had called you on a few occasions in which you started crying on the phone because I called you out on your behavior.
These things. Right, let's see this.
And I'm not being funny, but this is literally on my story. It's literally on my story. I stated when we were talking, when I asked to be left alone, and when it became harassment.
Why are you being rude to me? Are you bad? Are you okay in the head? Like, this is clearly like me being jokey. She's trying to make it like I'm serious. I'm clearly being, oh, why are you being rude? Are you bad? Are you okay in the head? Like, do you know what I mean? This is at 3 o'clock. Like, I'm clearly having, like, the type of conversations we have. You'll see in a second, right? This is what I mean. Morning, Stinky. Morning, my love. How you, baby? I look and feel like deaf you. I look.
Kandi. Why are all the dates in your screenshots covered? You're showing pictures of when we first started talking in November. Why are all the dates cropped? Just a question.
Sexy and feel sexy. MBN, I don't know what that stands for. She's like, what you doing? Press ups, okay. Like, I'm getting my hair done. Like, talking normal. Like, then we were talking about, okay, then we're saying, oh, let's like start our own business. Let's do stuff like, because she wanted to go on holiday. I was saying, yeah, cool, let's go on holiday, right?
Let's quickly address the holiday, even though this part is so relevant. So what had happened is Kandi randomly one day expressed that we were going to go to Tokyo and blah, blah, blah. I knew we weren't freaking going to no Tokyo. But he was asking about rooms and whatever. You never booked anything. You never showed anything. You literally mentioned it once, briefly spoke about it, never spoke about it again. Come to find out, it was actually your sister's boyfriend that was going to Tokyo, and then you just decided to run with the idea because you're a pathological liar. But yeah.
So she's saying, yes, let's go on holiday together. We can talk about it. I know, baby. Like she wanted a bigger apartment. Like, so we're saying like, yeah, we want more than one room, because I had a 1 room like flat. Like it's all 1 room.
What room? Nothing was planned or shown. Like, what are you talking about?
So yeah. Then we've got like this one. Sorry, was cooking, baby. You done, my love? Not yet. Okay, baby.
Where's the date?
And then I only had 4 cigarettes. I was trying to cut down, right? Not anymore. Trying to cut down though, right? Proud of you, baby. Should have kept up. Yeah, like good job. Like be proud of yourself. Like not harassment type messages, right? Then let's go. Then let's go again. We'll go through more screenshots, right? Then we're gonna go to. This is at 4:15 in the morning. Fuck's sake. She says, babe. I said, yes, babe. I said, I think I like you, but also I like, hold on, English wasn't my first language. Like, basically, actually, it's not like it's not, I think, realistically, but like, wait, I don't know, my brain hurts. I'm going to get water, right? So she's trying to say, oh, I like you. I really think I'm like, you know what I mean? Trying to build this narrative. And you're thinking, wait, why though? Why is she trying to do this if that's not the case, right? You said you were only in a 2-week trial with Kandi.
As for the 2-week trial, like I had stated on my story, your 2-week trial got extended. Now, when we started talking, we were friends. And I had expressed to you when you said you had feelings for me that I thought we were just friends. And I don't find you attractive. However, I really like that you were authentically yourself and that I'd give it a go. That's what happened. Now, it didn't last 2 weeks because I then expressed to you that I wasn't feeling you. And I said, I think we got on better as friends, and da-da-da-da-da. You then began to tell me, oh, but you understand how women's mind work and psychology and blah, 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 and that I was self-sabotaging and how you're going through stuff, and this happened on 3 occasions. Now, each time I expressed that I wasn't feeling you, suddenly you're going through it. Suddenly you're crying on the phone, expressing that you want to off yourself. Suddenly X, Y, and Z is going on. And yeah, basically you guilt trip me into continuing to talk to you. And then the end result was you'd be like, oh, just give me another 2 weeks. Let's redo the 2-week trial and then you can let me know then. Like, but wait out the 2-week trial. That's the only reason I ended up talking to you longer than 2 weeks. Which I clarified, which I stated, but you're not going to address that, are you?
What's going on? How can he be harassing you? Like, what's going on? So as you can see, a lot of these harassment messages are messages of people who are arguing in a relationship or whatever, right?
They're also not when I said the harassment started. Why are you not showing anything or addressing anything from after March, from March and later? Because I stated it started in March. You're here showing messages and talking about things that happened in November, October, and other months, which was not when I said the harassment started. And you know that, but you also know that you don't have to do too much and your fans will just eat it up and not question anything, but that's cool because I have receipts, a lot of them.
And taken out of context, right? And I keep saying relationship. It wasn't Timu relationship, bro. Being used for money. That's it. And we're gonna get to that. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to the voice notes. Give me 1 second, guys. Bear with me, right? So she was like, so then we're gonna go to a difference quickly. And then I said, okay, it's 5 in the morning, 5:45 in the morning. She's messaging me, right? Night, I miss you too, bitch. Actually, you probably fell asleep. Let's do it again. Let's do that again. Good morning, baby. Have a good day. Wake me up. Do you know what time it is? Update. I'm on my period, so hopefully all that BS can leave my body today. And
Where's the date?
at least it's before Halloween, so I can wear my hoochie outfit, right? And then she's saying, oh, then the next message, are you okay? Clearly not. No kiss. Oh, hell no. And you are up after that. You're lucky I don't have cramps today. Anyway, good morning, my love. Hope you have a good day, right? So again, this is not someone you're in a 2-week trial with. This is not someone who you're, just talking to or whatever.
Absolutely was and is.
And then he couldn't handle rejection, right? You've lied maliciously multiple times, right? But let's keep going, right? So, again, good night, hon. Babe, just got home. Appreciate you. Good night, my love. Sleep well. And I know I'm sexy, but try not to dream about me all night, right? So again, this Doesn't sound like someone who's given someone a 2-week trial, because this space of messages is from October to the end. The beginning of October to the end of November, right? And even into December, right? So when did that happen? What's going on, right? And it's not all of that caliber, right? But again, wasn't harassment, wasn't anything unfair. So again, we're gonna go to the more recent ones, right? And this is the most recent I've had personal contact with her. That's not me talking on live, right? So this is on January 22nd, right? Now, bear in mind, she's saying from the 23rd of December, she's saying I've been harassing me, right?
That's not what I said though.
Or overstepping boundaries. Say January 22nd, hey, sorry for being mean. It's okay, it wasn't on purpose. I know, but still. And I said, I appreciate you, Smelly, right?
Let's address this. So, on January the 22nd was one of the times I had called Kandi to express that he kept overstepping boundaries and that he was simply my friend. He then began crying hysterically on the phone, and which I felt bad for, hence why I said, sorry for being mean. And I expressed to him, the reason I've had to talk to you like this is because when I was speaking to you politely and nicely and whatever, you weren't hearing me. So now I've had to change my tone with you and you're bawling on the phone. That's why I apologized.
Then she said, we're talking again, January. I was like, you okay? Because I had a bad day. And I was like, yeah, why? What happened? Too much. I said, I'll call when I'm back from my shop. And she said, okay, cool, talk, cool. And we had a 24-minute conversation. So this is January 24th. So if I'm harassing...
And every time I did call him out about something or I was a bit distant or whatever, suddenly you're going through something. Him saying he had an awful day and whatever, it was because your mum told you to clean up after yourself. And then after you gave me a grand fucking speech on the phone about how your mum's a slag and she's this and she's that and da-da-da-da-da, and was basically going off. And I was thinking, brother, she asked you to clean up after yourself.
Why are you helping me with my problems? Why are you trying to paint a picture that isn't true, right? This is in February 2nd now. We'll put this one. We're putting all of these on the screen. I'm assuming as I'm saying them, right? So watching it now, love. You're so funny. It's February 2nd. Bear in mind now. This is 2 months after she's put this, right? Watching it now, you're so funny. I don't want them to say I'm an artist from here or there. And I said, I am. Fuck you mean? Clearly joking. I'm clearly not black, right? You're a character. I'll tell you that. Oh, baby, what you thinking? Good. Really funny, right? So again, February 2nd, clearly no harassment.
Even that, I'm only pausing it to add that you actually, this guy's a pathological liar, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to start with it, with your background, where you from, bro?
So originally, like country-wise, ethnically, we don't like to all get into it because I've said it a few times, and then you know what happens is like I stopped being an artist. I start being an artist from somewhere. So I like just to say I'm from London, innit? But ethnically, my family are from like Caribbean and the Desi as well, and Irish. So it's a mix. It's a mixture
of everything.
Yeah, it's a big mix. It's a big mix.
How's it like?
Bit of a mutt. Yeah.
And how is it? I want to ask you a question actually.
You spent the whole time I knew you telling me that you are Jamaican, Irish, and Pakistani. Now, at some point after we had stopped speaking and now you felt more free to talk, you expressed to me that you lied. And I said, but why would you lie about something like that? And you were like, oh, because I lied about it one time, so now I have to stick with it. You literally lie about anything and everything for no reason. If someone is lying about their race, their ethnicity, something so small and like, just like, then why are we questioning why he'd lie about more serious things?
Clearly not the picture she's painted, because she's saying, oh, from 8 months, so this is from December, oh, he's been harassing me. Not true, bitch, right? February 5th, she's tried to call me in the top right, you see, and she said, bruh, underneath, because I couldn't talk. Can I say her and her friendship group look like the rep for the KKK or no? Is she black? And then I said, can you add me on Discord so I can...
So I'm gonna have a look at that screenshot, but I'm pretty sure he'd asked me to call him. And when I called, he didn't respond or something like that. But either way, that doesn't actually matter. In regards to the friendship group, that was for a battle. Let me clarify that.
call you real quick. My headphones are dead, but I'm feeling no bueno. Hello? Hey, Discord? Heart? Do you not read my messages? Oh, send it, right? And I said, so then we called on WhatsApp, because then the next group of messages are, and this is February 7th now, right? Discord. Shush, you need to accept my friend request. I did, okay? Can we Discord? Yeah. You see the time? You must be smoking heroin. What do you mean? Oh, right? So, again, normal messages, right? February 7th now. So this is 2.5 months after you've lied now. So you've lied multiple times. 2-week trial was a lie. Harassment's a lie into this amount of time. All of this is a lie, right? All you have got evidence of is me responding to your lies and defamation that you put out on your channel and on your TikTok about me, right? You're talking about my family and my friend who died. Let's ask, where's your dad, Kusha? Because I have it on very good information, because you told me that he's in prison for some really bad paedophile type stuff, right? Same with his best friend. So what's going on? What's going on? You want to check my family? You want to check me? Check yourself, right? Check your damn self, bitch.
Now, that was quite sassy, but nevertheless, in regards to the family and friend thing, he had called me when we were supposed to have a battle, and he was like, oh, you know, I don't want to talk to you, but we're gonna battle, so you tell me what I shouldn't say, and I'm gonna tell you what you shouldn't say, so we can like hurry up with the process, because he said they were treating him like a kid or whatever. So I said, don't speak about my dad. He said, don't speak about my friend. He then goes into the group chat not long after, because I expressed I wasn't going to do the battle because he was constantly talking about me online. And I thought, really and truly, what you want is my attention. And I'd be battling you out of ego, because I know I could clown you. I know I could embarrass you. But that would be me acting out of ego, because long term, that's not going to allow you to leave me alone. That's creating some sort of, like, that's giving you a gateway to talk about me, a gateway to stay in contact with me, a gateway to have our names together, which is what you so desperately want. And I thought, I'm not going to give that to you. So I let them know, hey, I'm not doing this battle. He's still talking about me on social media, to fans, to people on the platform. And I don't want to be interlinked with this person. I want nothing to do with this person, actually. So I'm not doing the battle. Now, following that, he then brings up my dad in the group chat and on live.
Yeah, rap.com. Nah, rap. I'll stop pulling out people's family members' criminal records and then see who's funny, who's laughing and that. Do you know what I mean?
So, I didn't bring up your friend or cross any boundary until you did. And in regards to the family situation, someone else's actions are not a reflection of me. The difference is that everything I'm speaking about is to do with you. It's your actions, your words, and that's your character. Someone else's actions does not define me, and it's got nothing to do with me. Nevertheless.
Right? Don't come for me, right? Let's keep going. Now, March. Now, this is important. March 2nd, 2025. So, 4.5 months after she said I'm harassing her, she's sending me tickets. You'll see the screen. I don't have to show it. She's sending me tickets to the pen game event. So you don't want me there, but you're sending me tickets. You're scared to see me. I'm harassing you. I'm threatening you, but you're.
Once again, at that point, the harassment didn't start. Nevertheless, Kandi, the only reason I sent you tickets is because you were belling down my phone, both on WhatsApp and normal call, asking for tickets, saying you needed spare tickets, yada, yada, yada. I sent it to you. There was no more conversation after that.
She's sending me tickets, right? Now, right? That's that address. Now, people are going to be saying, well, Kandi, what's this stuff about money then? What are you talking about money? Right. We're going to play all the voice notes, but the ones we're going to play first are about money, right?
Also, I just accidentally used your card at the chicken shop because they both have the same cases. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know. It was £3, by the way. I used your card in Tesco, by the way. And that wasn't why I asked for money. I asked for money on my account because I needed to order something. But it's okay. I will ask someone else.
She's asking me for money constantly. That's only.
Guys, Please, let's put on our thinking caps right now, yeah? Why, if those are voice notes from our chat, have you put an image of my face on it? You didn't do that for the screenshots. You haven't done that for any of the other little things you posted. Yet conveniently, when you're posting the voice recordings, my face is covered. Let me tell you why it's covered. Kandi, you willingly put your card on my phone via Apple Pay. You also sent me your card details. You also told me to tell you when I would use your card. Because when I went to Lidl and I spent £3 once, you called me all frantic and said that apparently you got a alert from your bank and blah blah blah. And just to let you know, when you want to use my card or when you have used my card, call me and let me know. If it's TFL, use it as you please. If it's anything else, just let me know. I said that's fine. That's why I let you know if I spent £3, £2, whatever. And if you listen, I don't say, can I have £3? I don't say, can I have da 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 da. I say I've spent.
I used your card in Tesco, by the way. I wanted to let you know. It was £3, by the way.
Furthermore, in the voice note where I've asked you for money, there was a night where I had finished an event and I had time to spare. And I thought, you know what? I don't really go out. I go out probably twice in a freaking year. And that night I went out with both him and Orion. Now, we were probably out for not even that long. By the time I got there, we weren't even there for that long. Orion then offered to give me a lift, and Kandi then said, oh, it's fine, she lives next to me. I was confused as to why he lied. So when we get out of the car, I asked him, why did you say that? And he said, if you went with Orion, he would have RAPE'd you. And I was like, what the heck? And then he's just giggling. And I said, that's weird. He said, yeah, he is. So I then booked my own cab home because he said that he was having problems with his card at the time. And he told me to remind him later to send the money. That's why I told you to send me the money.
And I'm gonna slap on a hair mask because, yo, I'm gonna send my bank details. By the way, the Uber was £135. My bad. I meant 135,000. Almost forgot a zero. Silly me. Disclaimer for those who can't tell, this was a joke.
2, 3, 4 of the voice notes. I've got hundreds of voice notes like that, begging for money, begging for £5, £3, right?
Post them. This whole thing is supposed to be about your evidence and receipts. Post the receipts. Where have I begged you for £5 and £3? And let's put our thinking caps on. If I was to use a man for money, do you not think I'd be asking for more than £3 and £5 freaking pounds? Brother, what?
I'm spending hundreds on taxis for her, everything else, right? She's coming late to mine every time. I'm getting her taxis, right? She's rinsing my card and whatever. And I was stupid. I'm thinking, she likes me, I'm cool, what have you, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take this slow, cool, right? And then after, she's come out and said, no, I never did a thing with Kandi. It was only a 2-week trial, started making up these lies about me, harassed me, he was weird, right? And it's like, look, I don't mind you being salty. Be salty. You lost me. Be
I didn't lose you. I asked you to leave me alone.
salty. Okay, and now play the one about the timeline and her finding out about other girls.
But then again, that's your fault because no one said to go live in South London, did they? No. You could have picked anywhere else, but that's fine. Be selfish. You said you're gonna call me back when you wash your face, but did you? No. Last time I checked, washing your face does not take 2 hours. And I'm sure it goes without saying, don't ever talk to me again. You can really suck my dick. Anyway, bye. And now that I've done the maths, wow, you really think you're slick. But it's already 2. So if I was to come, I'd literally be with you for not that long. But yeah. And then it makes sense though, because if you think about it, all the times I've gone to yours, it's been when it was late. So there's no cars, no traffic, no anything. And even then it takes quite long.
mental.
Bro, okay, so effectively what you've done here is once again covered it. You've taken every random voice note you could find and just put it in there. That's literally what you've done. Because like, just what the heck? In one of them I'm outside and one of them I'm inside. They're not even cohesive. They're completely random voice notes. I don't even know what to address. What's there to address in that? Wait, let me listen to that again.
Makes sense though, because if you
Oh, he was saying that
think about anything, and even
Right.
he was saying that I was jealous about another girl, finding out about other girls. Let's clarify what happened. So what happened is Kandi had called me and I had missed the call because I was asleep. I think he expressed that he was upset or something. I don't even know. I wake up now and I've gone to call him back. I think I woke up when I went to the toilet at like 4 a.m. or something. And a girl was like screaming down the phone, talking about why you calling my man and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. This is December. And I'm thinking, what the heck? So I'm having this girl tweak.
and now that I've done the maths, like, wow, you really think you're slick. Sure, it goes without saying, don't ever talk to me again. You can't really suck my dick. Anyway, that's it.
And then for me, where I expressed, oh, like, what did I say? Something about, oh, this is how you're moving, or I don't even know. It's because from when I told you we're done, up until that point, you had still told me you were all suicidal and that you're really upset over it and etc. So while you're here trying to guilt trip me, you have a girlfriend. If that was true and that was the case, then it's like, damn, I've been feeling bad for no reason. You've been trying to make me feel bad for no reason when actually there's no reason. You have someone, like you're okay, sort of thing. Not because I was jealous or whatever. Again, I asked you to leave me alone. I told you I didn't want to be with you.
Absolutely insane. So, as you can see, she started maliciously lying when she found out, oh, the timeline doesn't match up, don't talk to me again, right? But then continued to message me, continued to have me on all social medias, right? She's trying to get clout off of me. Because I've waited, right? I'm watching to see who's doing what, who's posting what. So any of you, man, who've been supporting her, don't come chat to me, you fucking idiots. Don't chat to man. And if you come up and chat to me, it's going to be a real problem, you know. We're going to have a real issue. I'm not going to be no Kandi from Pen Game that you've ever seen, right?
Okay, first of all, cut the crap. We've seen how you are with men. We've seen how you operate with men.
Stop that, Funky, you need to stop that.
Because me and Funky are going to be having a conversation about it afterwards, yeah?
What about lips to your girl?
We're going to have a conversation about it outside, yeah?
On the scorcher thing, blood, I'm a lip sync ting, I'm like blood, I'm a lip sync ting, bare tongues, lip sync ting, I'll be like that on your gal.
You won't be able to lips nothing with no teeth, bro.
I'll get attacked with
Funky,
lipstick
listen,
on my
man, bro.
neck.
We're trying to talk like we're busting jokes and things, yeah?
Okay.
If we can cut the camera and things. If you start trying to violate her again, like you're trying to be something, yeah, it can get long. We'll talk, yeah. So we're gonna all be cool and cordial. That's all good. Yeah?
Okay, bare knuckle.
But we ain't doing none of that, bro.
All right,
I ain't
bare
one of
knuckle.
these joke man like these man who just had nothing in.
Wait, why are you shaking when you're talking about
No,
it?
because I'm getting vexed in it.
All right, you're getting vexed.
And the thing is, bro.
All right, get mad.
No. See, the thing is, bro. You wanna like push man and stuff, and I'm saying like dead off the cameras, all good, bro.
All right,
We're
get
not
mad.
doing all of that.
Okay, shaking.
We'll talk.
Why are you
I built
shaking
a
when you're
pattern
telling
for
me?
myself. You lost yours 15
Okay,
years ago.
why
bro.
are you shaking when you're telling me?
Because, bro, that's what happens. You know, you haven't been around real people like that to know.
Real
when
people?
stuff goes down, bro, you don't know.
And whilst he said this in the group chat, sources say this is how Funky went home.
Any of you guys who've been trying to, dick ride this and trying to push this agenda against me, now you've seen you're wrong. Now you've seen she's lying, right? I want formal apologies before we have any contact with each other. I also want to say, yeah, big shout out to Passive. Big shout out to Dommy Dusk. Big shout out to
Dommy Dusk messaged me actually. When I spoke up about it, he messaged me and expressed that he was sorry and that had he known, he wouldn't have been so buddy-buddy with you. So I don't know what your friends are telling you privately, but
journalists. Big shout out to fucking JC. Big shout out to the real peoples who stuck by me when this was happening. Big up to you, man. I will never forget you, you know. I'll never forget. Big up to Drill UK. Big up to MB from Drill UK. Big up to him. I'll never forget you, man. I'll never ever let it, you know, you're good with me for life. You know that. I'll never let this go. You've done really, I can't even say how grateful I am to you, man. You stuck your neck out for me. And, you know, now, obviously it's paid off because I'm clearly telling the truth. But, yeah, I really appreciate you, man. So, yeah, come on. I'm out. Big up to Kandi. Way every time.
Okay, so let's actually talk about what happens. So what actually happens is going to be posted as a part 2 in my next video.